Hey up lads and lasses, Danfire here, back again with some more Infinite Lagrange. So today we're going to be looking at some of the thought processes that I have when I'm picking a base to relocate to. And yeah, just the general idea of what kind of resources you should be looking for, how many of each, and that kind of thing. So before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, helps me out, helps the channel out. Anyway, so we have a look at my base here. We can see that I've obviously docked up to a nice level 4 deuterium resource. The reason I have docked to the level 4 deuterium and not, say, a level 4 crystal or metal is due to the fact that with deuterium, I can get a good amount of trade. It's very heavy as well. So using mining ships to grab it, especially earlier on with small mining ships, not so much medium, but medium is still sort of in that class. It's a bit long-winded to try and mine your deuterium if you can sit on a deuterium node. That being said, that means I'm now looking for more crystal, so I can use mining ships to mine the crystal for me, and obviously I can trade the deuterium for the crystal. And metal, I'm usually looking for sort of 5-ish nodes, 6-ish nodes. Later on, less of an issue, like I said, because once you hit large utility ships, they have huge amounts of storage. They're rocking 20 engineering UAVs as opposed to the 10 or the 8. So yeah, once you get up here, not so much of a problem. Just a side note as well, this is where a lot of people I see using these in fleets. I really don't recommend using these ships in your fleets, and it's these heavy logistics cruisers. The reason for it is the damage they bring is pretty inadequate, is like a general note. I mean, the aircraft type alone has similar damage output and houses corvettes, so this is just going to out damage that heavy logistics destroyer straight off the bat. But it does come with the storage system, and it has 2 spots for 2 upgrades, bringing it to 22,000 storage, which early on, if you have one of these in each of your mining fleets, it's a massive increase. I mean, for example, this UAV system has both the 80% warehouse increases, and it only holds 3,900. Again, with the mediums, this is matched. So we got 20,000 on here, and that's with both the warehouse expansions. So at that point, at these mediums, you're literally getting 100% increased storage, even on mediums, which means you've got less time moving your miners, and that means higher yield because they're going to be mining for longer and not warping backwards and forwards between points. So something to bear in mind, those heavy logistic cruisers, destroyers, sorry, not particularly useful at all in the situation of battles. I mean, they're not terrible, but they are much better suited to have one of in each of your mining fleets as you're leveling up. Once you hit large utility ships, though, we're talking about 95,000 stats here for mining, for cargo. So at that point, it's like a 20% increase. You might actually need your military command points back. So at that point, when you hit large, it's potentially beneficial for you to destroy those AC-721s that you've been using in your small and medium mining fleets when you hit large. So yeah, something to note just quickly there. Also ignore the fact that I've got like no income at the moment. It's due to the fact that I've just hit zone 8, so I am currently building out my mining fleet again. I've deleted all my mediums, and larges are coming out. Either way, so when looking for a place to relocate, there's 3 important factors. One, If you are running in a union and they are trying to set up hubs to help each other defend, get somewhere within a general area. It's going to help you out massively and help other players out as well. Maybe you need to clear pirates out and you can't do it. They're level 8, level 9 or something like that. But one of your Legion members is close by. He can jump in, kill them off for you. And you're a winner. He's getting XP. You're getting the asteroid back for mining with. So definitely bear that in mind. Keeping next to the hub. Second one, resources. I say about 5 metal to 6 metal resource nodes is what you want. So if you can see here, I have a metal zone here. I've got another one there. I've got a level 6 up here, a level 4 there, and a level 2. So this is my 5. I've actually got a few more than that. There's about 7 or 8 in this belt, and a couple more on the sort of outskirts as well. So that's just a nice amount for me to pick up. Deuterium, if you're docking to Deuterium, which I recommend up until a point, the point is zone 8, and this is due to the fact that zone 8 you can pick up the command docking, advanced command docking area, I think it's called. We'll have a quick look. Docking command center at level 1. This lets you to dock to level 6 asteroids and obviously below. The reason I recommend Deuterium earlier is due to the fact that the Deuterium production on a level 4 Deuterium asteroid is 600 Deuterium per hour. With Crystal, you're only going to get 900. You can straight up trade your entirety of your Deuterium that you're mining, the 600 mining, for more Crystal than a level 4 Crystal mine can do. The reason it changes when you manage to get to zone 8 and get that upgrade is because at on zone 6, or sorry, level 6 Crystal asteroids, you'll be picking up these level 6, you'll be docking to a level 6 Crystal asteroid and be picking up 2000. I do not believe there are any level 6 Deuterium asteroids, otherwise I would probably have recommended that again. But yeah, at that point, Crystal is probably your best bet. Talking about Crystal, you're looking for at least 3 Crystal mines as you're sort of going through the expansions. I found that was enough, 3 or 4 was enough Crystal to come in to keep my expansions constantly coming out, keep my ship production up, especially later on when you're running battle cruisers and that kind of thing. The cost of them is astronomical. The ST59 I run at the moment is like 40,000 crystal needed. So you need to make sure you can get your crystal to a point where, say, every 10 hours when an ST59 is built, you can just put another one on at least. So you need a fair amount of crystal income for that. You can obviously offset that by mining Deuterium with your base and docking to a Deuterium asteroid. So yeah, pretty important. Again, Crystal, up until level 4, I wouldn't really dock to. Deuterium's better in literally every single way. Like even a Deuterium level 2 asteroid is going to produce 300, where a level 3 Crystal is only producing 500, and I believe a level 2 Crystal only produces 300 as well. So you can just flat out trade Deuterium for the Crystal and it's worth more. So we're looking at close to the hub now, making sure you have the right resources, preferably docking to Deuterium until you get to zone 8. At that point, you want to be docking to Crystal. You want 5 to 6 metal mines. You want 3 to 4 crystal mines. And then on top of that, you do want to try and have some Deuterium around in case you do need it and do need to start mining it. You won't be mining much of it because of the amount of space it takes up and the time it takes to mine makes it quite inefficient. Even with medium miners with around 40,000 cargo, because you've got a heavy logistics, it's going to take a while to mine a subsequent amount. So bear that in mind. And then my last category is I want somewhere close by I can sort of level up my Dawn funding. So if you have a look at Dawn funding scheme, you hit this plus button here. These activity points just disappear very, very rapidly, and you're left with obtaining 1 activeness for every ship you kill, and you need to kill 2,000 ships. That's a hell of a lot of ships to kill, especially early on. Now, a trick to this is using these military posts at level 1. They have about 133 ships. Are they easy? No, they are hard. They do send quite a lot of ships at you, so you do need a relatively good fleet. But what you can do is attack this base, kill off all the ships, or kill off as many as you can without heavy losses, retreat, wait for it to restock itself before you kill the base itself, and just keep doing that and use that as a farm. So this is my third criteria. Keeping a position or an enemy base or outpost nearby. As you can see, this is very close to me. This, great resources here, and I have a nice source of experience for my ships, because ships can go to level 30 just by killing NPCs. So having that next door to me been really, really helpful. I've managed to get a lot of my blueprints that I used a lot. Like I've got SD59 to 30, my lows are at 29. We got 24 on AC-721s. That's because I was using them as aircraft carriers earlier on. Level 30 on Eris now, 30 on the Winged Hussars. So, and getting those to level 30 is a massive damage increase. So the amount of upgrades you can get onto a ship just getting it to 30 is quite significant. A guy having like a level 1 Winged Hussar fleet versus your level 30 is just not going to stand a chance. It's quite one-sided. So bear that in mind as well. So, just a quick recap. If you're earlier in the game, look for a close hub to yourself, to your union members. Look for at least a level 2 deuterium. If you can go to level 4, to get to level 4, you do need to upgrade the first docking operations, which I will show you quickly. How do you guys like this new interface that they changed? I'm not too much of a fan of it, to be honest. So this is the mining command center. This is what will let you dock to higher levels up to a point, and level 4 is that point. After level 4, you will need to get to zone 8 to get the docking command center. If you're on level 2, or you can only dock to level 2s, always dock to deuterium if you can. If you can only go to level 4s, also try and look for level 4 deuterium. It is going to be better yield, just because of trades. You can trade your resources for a much higher quantity, especially if you get the trade center upgrades maxed out. That's an extra 20%. So definitely worth looking at. I mean, for example, I can spend 5,000 here and I'm getting 8,000 crystal back. So do bear that in mind as well. It's a much more lucrative way of getting more out of your resources. Once you can get to zone 8, do look for level 6 crystals. This is going to be the one you go to. I haven't mentioned ever docking to level 6 metal or anything like that, and that's due to the fact that I can generally mine enough metal if I have 5 to 6 metal points with 5 to 6 mining fleets on them, that I have absolutely no issue with metal. I'm sat on 1.2 million at the moment. I've spent recently around 4 million, so I had 5 million at one point. I think I've spent more than that as well. So there is that. Again, these are not great numbers at the moment. That's due to the fact that my operation yields are low, and that's because I've deleted all of my medium mining ships in anticipation that I've got large coming out within the next 5, 6, 7 hours, and that will obviously increase my mining potential and yield. So guys, I hope you found this useful and informative when trying to look for bases to relocate. Some extra little tips there about mining as well. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, it does help me out, helps the channel out. And have a good one, guys. I'll catch you next time.